Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Aziz Jimo. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. I've been waiting for you to enable your audio via Zoom, and it's a good thing that you have done that now. Please kindly confirm by replying in the chat section that you can hear me loud and clear. I would be the only one talking, right? So you would be replying through the comment section where you typed hello and you typed okay as well. And hopefully others join us in good time. Thank you. You said, yes, I can hear you clearly. Thank you, sir. How are you doing today? It's a brand new day. It's a brand new week. I hope you are ready for the business. I hope you are ready for the information that we are about to dish out today. How are you doing today? It's a pleasure having you here. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the Funded Trader Program. And of course, as usual, we're going to ensure that we do not take much of your time, right? You said, I'm doing good, sir. I'm ready for the information. Awesome, right? So this is called the Funded Trader Program, brought to you by 10 Trade, right? So we're going to steamroll now. I'm not going to take much of your time at all. So it's a pleasure having you here. Hopefully others join us in good time. So the Funded Trader Program, right, is one that is a very new development when it comes to the brokerage. So we can say more or less that 10 Trade is a trendsetter in Nigeria with respect to this, right? So it's a pleasure having you once again. So 10 Trade is obviously the broker of choice. We're going to be giving you the information that you are going to be using to become profitable at the end of the day, because that is the major reason why you are here. You are here because you want to make money, right? Everybody wants to make money in the business. And when we give you the information, it now boils down to how you make use of the information, right? So at any point in time, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask. A quick disclaimer. The information, as we said, we will be dishing out. The information is not going to guarantee success. It is what you do with the information that will determine if you are going to be successful or not, right? It is what you do with the information, meaning that you must implement the information. Implement it in order to have a transformation, right? And then also note that trading the financial market carries a high level of risk as it's a leverage business. So that means that you can lose a lot of money. So we normally advise that the first major thing for you to do is account protection. Make sure you are minimizing your losses accordingly, right? Very key, very, very important. Now, if you know anybody that should be here, you can as well send them the link to this training. It's a free session. It's a free webinar. You can invite as many people as possible. You can do that via your WhatsApp status. You can also do that through your other social media platform, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram, and so on. Okay, so why are you here? Why are you here? I'm going to answer this question for you, but the remaining, we're going to make it interactive. Why are you here? The simple answer is because you want to make money. That's it. In one word, money. We are going to be going straight to the point. As I said earlier, we don't want to take much of your time. We just want to deliver the message, deliver the information in a particular way, and then it is up to you to make use of it with the assistance of 10 Trade. So why are you here? You are here simply because of money, and 10 Trade is going to help you to make this money with the right information. By the way, my name is Tolu Olatunji. My name is Tolu, right? And I have been trading for over 10 years now. At the very beginning, it wasn't the best. I was trading anyhow. I didn't have the right information. I had a lot of losses. I had a lot of crashed accounts, but then I did not give up. I kept on moving on. And then I am here delivering this information because of the sweat that I put into the business, because of the tears also that I put into the business. So I am here delivering this timely information to you so that you don't have to go through all the issues that we did at the very beginning, right? So you are here simply because of money, one word. So now there are different ways to make money. There are different ways to earn from the business of trading. Yes, but people, I don't know, for one reason or the other, they are not aware of this. And that's why Tentrade is bringing you all the information. As we said earlier, Tentrade wants to help you to make money, right? So you can make money from trading. And the truth now is that trading is the first one that everybody knows, everybody talks about. Oh, you want to trade? And this trading, by the way, is you trading your account, your own account. So everybody wants to trade, but then people are not even aware that there are other ways, such as the copy trading. Copy trading, as the name implies, is social trading, where your trades, or rather the trades of a fund manager, will be mirrored into your own account as an investor, right? But we're not here to talk about that. That's another program that we talk about as well. You can get more information from the website. The funded trader is what we're going to be talking about today. And then partnership is one where you can earn based on referrals. You earn commissions based on referrals, right? You refer traders to Tentrade, and then in return, you can earn up to 50% plus of every lot size, right? Not sure whether you are new or whether you are struggling. Let me ask you that question, Mr. Aziz Jimo. Are you a new trader or are you a struggling trader? How long have you been trading for? Let's get to know you better. As I said earlier, I struggled for years. So we want to know your own status as well. Are you new? Are you struggling? If you are struggling, how long have you been trading for? Struggling simply means, if you don't understand what struggling simply means you have been doing this for a while, but you have not been making headwaves. While new is, you are totally new. You haven't even started, or maybe you're just into it a few weeks, right? So are you new or are you struggling, Mr. Aziz Jimo? Right? It would be good for us to get feedback from you so that we can ensure that the audio level is still good to go. And of course, you are still with us. And one thing we also say is that this session is a free session. This session is absolutely free. But as it is free, we want you to pay something. We want you to pay something. Okay, you said that you are new, you are a beginner. Okay, great. Now, this session is a free training, but we want you to pay something. Do you have an idea what Tentrade wants you to pay today? Please do not sign out. It is not money. We are not asking you to make payments for this training. It's a free webinar. But do you know what Tentrade wants you to pay? If you have an idea, let us know. And if you don't, no worries. I would as well tell you, right? So we're going to move on now, and hopefully we get some more information based on the question that we asked from you, right? And if not, don't worry. Okay, so now Tentrade is bringing you this funded trader program, and Tentrade is in search of profitable traders. If you are a profitable trader, then Tentrade is looking for you. Tentrade is going to fund profitable traders with real money. There is no broker, I stand to be corrected, there is no broker, especially here in Nigeria, right, here in the industry, in our space, that is doing this. Tentrade is going to fund profitable traders. You can see that I'm stressing the profitable trader aspect. Tentrade is going to fund profitable traders with real money and split the profit on a monthly basis. Now, all you have to do is to prove to Tentrade, prove to us that you know how to trade, and you can get a funding up to $500,000. Yes, you heard that. You can get a trading account funded up to $500,000. I'm going to explain this to you further as we continue. And then mind you also, we're going to be doing a little bit of maths calculation. So hopefully you like maths a bit, right? Because we're going to calculate the target, what you're supposed to make, and then you're going to calculate the percentage that you'll be going home with, and then we'll calculate some other things as well, right? So let's proceed. Now, one of the biggest problems that traders have, right, especially a trader that is just starting, right, beginner trader or a struggling trader, one of the biggest problems that trader has is the trading skills. A lot of people don't have the skills. They say that it is the skills that pays the bills. So traders do not have the skills. But then this is just part one, the first major problem that traders are facing. But then what about when you acquire the skills? What about when the trader acquires the right skills? You now know how to drive, you now know how to trade. Now, what is next? The next thing now is that there is another problem that traders are facing again. You might say that it is one problem to another, but this problem is one of this funds, because traders today, they are trading with small amounts. I don't know whether you are trader you are trading with a live account now, with a real account. If your answer is yes, and I were to ask you, how much are you trading that live account with? You probably might say, I don't know, maybe $100 or 200 or 500 or $1,000, meaning that you are obviously not trading with type of money that you would like to. Traders would like to trade with $1 million. They don't mind, because in a month, they don't have to go for a very high percentage profit-wise, return on investment, ROI. All you have to do is to go for like even 1%. 1% of $1 million is what? Is $10,000, right? So of course, that simply means that the bigger, the larger the trading funds, the better for all traders. It means that you don't need to risk too much. And as a matter of fact, that is even a killer when it comes to a lot of traders today, right? So major reason why people are not making money from the business. There are a lot of people that are not making money, and it is not a cause. A lot of them will still not make money for this reason I'm going to be mentioning. And we're saying this so that you do not fall into that category. The major reason why people are not making money from the business is this. They are trading with small accounts, as we mentioned not too long ago. Now, as you are a small account trader, most times, because of your targets, more or less, because of what you want to make on a monthly basis, because you want to pay for probably you want to pay for rent, you want to pay for school fees, you want to pay for clothing, for feeding, you have bills to tidy up more or less on a monthly basis. That means that you probably need a lot of money. And as you need a lot of money, what happens? You are going to trade out your small account in an aggressive way. You're going to be using lot size, you're going to be using volume that is too large for that account to carry. And that's why you normally hear that people are crashing their accounts every day. And I mean every day. Now look at it this way. If you know a trader that has crashed an account or a couple of accounts, what you need to do is to ask that trader, first of all, how much was your account balance? That's the first question to ask, because that account balance is major. They are over leveraging. Okay, we have Chidera Ogwamanam here with us. You're welcome as well. You're coming in a bit late, but notwithstanding, I'll just give you 1 second recap of what we're talking about, and then you can also watch this recording on the YouTube channel. Guys, make sure you are following Ten Trade on the YouTube channel. And if you are not, I'm going to drop the link, right, for everybody to be able to follow Ten Trade on YouTube, because the recordings will be posted there after this webinar, right? So in 1 second, what we have been talking about for Chidera is the funded, what we have been talking about and what we are still talking about is the funded trader program, right? Where you can get funded, you can get a funded account, right, under the 10 trade roof. Now I have just dropped the link for the YouTube channel, so you can follow us and watch the recording after, because some of us are coming in a bit late. But then don't forget also, if you have questions, feel free to ask questions, because we try to ensure that no matter when you join us, you have a good enough understanding, as we always break it down well enough, right? So who can answer this question for us? What is the ideal monthly ROI of a trader? Now, we're seeing something not too long ago in this previous slide, that most traders are trading with a small account and then they are being too aggressive. If we were to ask you, how much would you like to make? Or let's ask this question first of all. How much would you like to make on a monthly basis that will tidy up your bills, that will tidy up your rent, tidy up your feeding, type your bills, NEPA bills, and so on and so forth. Gas bills, you want to buy petrol for your car, you want to buy for the house, cooking, and so on and so forth. Even school fees. So every month that usually one bill or the other, bills are stacking up, right? So how much do you think you'd like to make on a monthly basis, especially from this business? How much do you think? Let's get your feedback because we're going to play around with math. As I said earlier, for those that were with us much earlier, we said we're going to be playing around with math for us to understand exactly what we're talking about. So I'm sure you guys can hear me. Who can tell us how much would you like to make on a monthly basis? How much would you like to make on a monthly basis? Anybody? I hope you can still hear me. I ask questions. We ask questions from time to time because this is an online session. And of course, we need to get that engagement to be sure that you are still with us, you can still hear us, and you are paying something. We asked a question earlier when it was just Mr. Aziz Jimo that is here, that is still here. We asked that you are here in this free webinar, but you are supposed to be paying something. You can see we're asking questions back to back, but we're not getting replies. Oh, beautiful. Now I can see a reply from Aziz Jimo said, I'm still a student, but don't want to be too greedy. At least for now, ₦1,000,000 a month is okay. Interesting. I like that. You don't want to be too greedy, but you said what? ₦1,000,000 for now. So ₦1,000,000 is how much? ₦1,000,000 in dollars is just over 1,000. Let's just say maybe like $1,500. So you want to make $1,500 in a month. I repeat, you want to make $1,500 in a month. Okay, thank you. And I can see Joshua Nifoshi said $10,000 monthly. And then Chidera said as a starter, $800 is okay. I like the fact that you guys are coming up with different figures. The smallest we have is $800 from Chidera, and then the highest we have is $10,000 over Aziz $1,500. Now look at it this way. For those that will be trading their own account, they cannot do this because they don't have the right account balance. The account balance is usually $100, $200, $500, $1,000. So even if you are trading with $1,000, will you be able to do $1,000 in profit ROI? ROI is 100%. Will you be able to do 100% each month? It is possible, quite all right, don't get me wrong. But as it is possible, it is what? It is very aggressive, meaning that you're putting in too much risk. And it's that risk that you're putting in that normally makes traders to crash their accounts on the regular. So this is what we're going to. If you were to have an ideal monthly ROI, to hit your 10,000 or 800 or $1,500, trust me, it should not be anywhere near 100% or 200% of your account balance. That is too much risk. Or rather, it should be anything between 3 to 10%, 3 to 10% on a monthly basis. And we are going to explain further. Don't forget we said what we're talking about now is actually the major reason why a lot of traders are crashing their accounts. They're trading with a small amount, but then they want to make plenty money. How can you be trading with $100 and you want to make $1,000 each month? There is something very odd with that calculation, and I'm sure you would agree. Now let's move on. Now, what we have discussed now, 10 Trade has heard the cry of traders, right? Because traders said, oh, okay, so how can I now make $1,000? How can I now make $10,000? How can I make X amount on a monthly basis? 10 Trade now decided to come up with this funded trader account where you can grow bigger, meaning that you can make this money that you want to make on a monthly basis even bigger and make the money even faster, right? It's going to be a thing where you'll be doing what? You'll be trading the money, you'll be trading the account, you'll be trading the money of 10 Trade, and you will get to keep most of the profit. Doesn't that sound like something that you would easily jump at? I want to believe it is, because trust me, with the amounts that you guys mentioned, right? I don't know the account balance that you are going to be trading with, but trust me, with the amount that you guys mentioned, that account balance most likely will not be able to get there for you. I can ask Mr. Joshua now, $10,000 on a monthly basis is what you want to be making. How much are you going to be trading with? Maybe you could give us that answer quickly before we continue. How much will you be trading with in order to make the $10,000? That's a good question. So you will be getting the money of 10 trade, right? And of course, you'll be getting funded, and the terms and conditions attached to you getting the money, because this money is not available to everybody. Everybody. I'm going to explain as we proceed now. Okay. Oops, sorry. So you can see Joshua Anifosha said 100,000 US dollar would do, sir. Okay, good. You can see Mr. Joshua said $100,000 will do for him to be able to make the $10,000, which is about 10%, which is still doable. So, Mr. Joshua, do you have up to $100,000 that you want to be trading now? Most likely the answer is no. Do you have up to $100,000 that you want to be trading in your own account? The answer is no. But then 10 trade can give you this amount of money, right? And you can see Mr. Joshua said no, sir. Exactly. And that's why we are talking about the funded trader account. And this is indeed a first of its kind. I stand to be corrected. 10 Trade is indeed the trendsetter in allocating funds to professional traders, to profitable traders, for you to trade with and then make more money at the end of the day. Look it up. Find out who else is doing this. Okay? And that's why we say that you are in the right place under the roof of 10 Trade. So this obviously is a program, and then we'll provide you with a certain amount of money to trade with, as we said earlier. And then also we'll provide you with training. If you need training and you need support, 10 Trade normally runs weekly training sessions. We normally run weekly live market sessions and so on to help you to become profitable traders at the end of the day. That profitable, not just successful, successful and profitable. Because at the end of the day, on a monthly basis, you need to be profitable. Profitable simply means you are making money, right? One of the perks, one of the good things now of this funded trader program is that you do not have to go through any exam. Yes, you don't have to go through any exam. I'm sure you might probably know the prop firms that are out there. You need to scale to the next level, go through exam, this one and that one, for them to give you money. But here, you're not going through any exam whatsoever, right? You can receive the funds after you register on the spot. And this is something that only 10 Trade is doing for you, for everybody at the end of the day, right? This is something that is big and something that you can tap into, right? So now there are different levels of funding. It simply means that you could either go for the bronze, which is $10,000, or you go for the silver, $30,000, gold, $90,000, diamond, $270,000, and of course the big one, the master, $500,000. And this is the highest that an individual trader can get at the end of the day. Imagine you trading with $500,000 in the nearest of time, in the future, right? 10% of 500,000 is $50,000. That 10% that Mr. Joshua said he would like to make from his own calculation, that is a whopping $50,000, right? But there's terms and conditions attached to this, and I'm going to explain as we proceed. Remember, this money is real money and is not given to just every trader. If not, 10 Trade would obviously not like that, giving money to everybody, whether you know how to trade or don't know how to. We're looking for profitable traders. So this is what it looks like over here. So guys, pay attention. There is a small math calculation over here. So we want you to understand. Remember we said earlier, we have the bronze, we have the silver, gold, diamond, and then we have the master. And they all have their starting account size, starting account balance that 10 Trade is going to be giving. That is 10,000, 30,000, 90,000, 270,000, and $500,000. So looking at all these parameters quickly, you're going to breeze through them. And of course, if you have any question, feel free to ask. If you have any question, feel free to ask. We're not going to take much of your time. This is also recorded. The webinar is recorded. So you can head on to the YouTube channel after and then get to watch this. So now, with that said, this is the money that you can get under the funded trader program, and then you have a profit target, meaning that this is what you need to make, a profit target. You need to make this, and you need to make 10% for bronze, 10% for silver, 10% for gold, 5%, and then what? 5% as well for master. To look at the profit target very well, and the maximum drawdown also is very, very important. All of them, maximum drawdown is 5%, meaning that you cannot afford to lose more than 5%, whether it is a total loss or it is floating. There's also what is known as floating loss as well. I hope you guys understand what floating is, floating loss. That is simply when you are, as an example, you are placing trades, you are not using stop loss, and then it goes below that 5% drawdown. You would easily get disconnected. That is a risk parameter. That is a threshold that in case of anything, you get disconnected there, right? I repeat, in case of anything, you get disconnected there because you cannot lose more than 5%. Now, if you look at the calculation, 5% of $10,000 is what? 5% of $10,000 should be $500. $500, right? And that is for bronze. So we'll use bronze as an example. And of course, if you understand bronze, you should be able to do this same calculation for every other one. Then the minimum trading days, meaning that at least you must have traded for 5 days for bronze, 5 days for silver, gold, and then 10 for diamond and master. At least 10 days. 10 days out of the 60 days. 60 days for all of them, for the trading period. That means that you have a 60 days trading period for you to have this account and then to be able to hit your 10% target, right? You have 60 days to be able to achieve this. Even if you have losses at the beginning and you have a little drawdown, you can still recover and then hit your 10 days target within the 60 days. We believe that 60 days is fair enough and not 30 days or less. The truth now is that there might be, depending on your trading style, there might be some periods, some weeks or days that you might not find any trade opportunities. So we don't want to put pressure on you and then say within a week or 2 weeks you need to make 10%. No, it is something that has to be realistic. And that's what we're saying, that traders today are trying to do 100%, 200%, which is aggressive. So over here, obviously, you are not going to be aggressive. And because the maximum drawdown is 5%, it doesn't mean you need to be putting in 1% on every trade. 1% on every trade will simply mean that you have just 5 losses back to back, and then you are out of this funnel trader, access to the funnel trader. Just 5 trades and you are out. But then you can be using 0.5%. You can be using 0.5% to conduct your trading. So that means that you have about 10 trades and so on. Now, we're just helping you with the math, as we said earlier, so that you understand it better and you know how to approach the market, right? And then look at this now. Minimum trade size, you can see 0.001. Now, if you don't understand some of these things like the lot size that we're highlighting over here, where the highest one for minimum trading size for the master is 1 lot. We would advise you to attend the beginner's training. Beginner's training under the roof of 10 Trade should hold tomorrow by 2 p.m. this same time, right? So you can pay attention. The link will be posted on all, or worst case, you can get in touch with your account manager for further details, or you can get in touch with the person that gave you the link for you to join this session today. For those just joining us, you're welcome, right? But you know you are late, but the recording will be available on the YouTube channel. Okay, so I've already dropped the YouTube channel and I'll drop it again as we proceed. So now you have available leverage. The highest leverage on that 10 trade is 1 to 500. And if you notice very well, the leverage keeps on decreasing. Why is the leverage decreasing as we move on to the highest one of master? It's decreasing because the account balance is increasing. Leverage is like a loan for you to be able to do more and make more within a short period of time, right? Then the profit split, the profit split is one that will be good for you, where you can make 70% of that $1,000. You know, the 10% profit of the $10,000 is what? Is $1,000. So that means that you get 70%. I repeat, you will get 70% of this $1,000, meaning that for this bronze, you can easily walk away with $700, $700, right? So you can see everything is 70% for you, 30% for 10 trade. The 10 trade is willing to give you more, right? Well, more, right? And not even 50-50 because of the work that you are putting in as a profitable trader. Now, registration fee, you have to register for this, right? And it is not free. Registration fee for the bronze, you have to pay $300 for registration. For silver, $900. You can see the registration fee increases as the money that will be allocated to you also increases, right? And of course, on this one, for master, for you to get $500,000, it's on request. That means that you need to reach out. And of course, $500,000 is not a small amount at all. So you will ask questions and then the registration fee would also be given to you. But we're going to use the bronze as an example. Once you understand this, right, you can easily use it to relate to the others because you know the others are increasing with respect to the account balance is increasing, respect to the registration fee is increasing, and so on. And trust me, the funded trader program is one that a lot of traders need to take advantage of. Take advantage because you want to make that money, your 1,000 target, your 10,000 target that Mr. Joshua said. But with all these targets that you want to make, you cannot make this target with just $100 in your trading account. Now look at it now. So you can do what? You can take home $700, right, from your first trading deal transaction for the first 60 months. That is, you remember your target is 60 months, 60 days, sorry, not 60 months, it's 60 days. So you will take home 70% of the 1,000, which is $700. So this is a plus, by the way, it is plus $700. Remember the registration fee is 300, so that's a minus 300. At the end of the day, you'll be going home with what? You'll be going home with $400. Now, this is going to increase as you continue to trade and then to manage that funded account, depending on the one that you are using. By the way, the gold one has been the most popular, right? Because the gold, you have 90,000. Mr. Joshua said something earlier that he would like to start trading with $100,000. You can see from what he wrote, for those that saw it that came on time, the 90,000 that we have here for gold is more than $100,000 that he mentioned. So you can see that yes, indeed, we are on the same page. 10 Trade and you as a trader, we are both on the same page and we know what you want. You guys have told us. By the way, there's a survey that you would help us to fill. I'll drop the survey link shortly as we continue as well, right? So if you have any questions on this aspect, on this area here, do let us know. It is something that is very, very important. And we want to ensure that you understand exactly what we're talking about here. This is the funded trader program where you can get funds allocated to you and then you trade and then you make profit, you hit the target, and then the money will be split between you and the broker 10 Trade, and you get more, which is 70%. So I repeat, if you have any questions based on this, feel free to ask, and if no questions, I will proceed and give you more good information. Remember we said something earlier, and I believe it was only Mr. Aziz Jimo that came on time. We said something earlier that you are here for information, and it's that information that once you implement it, I repeat, it's that information that once you implement it, right, it will give you that transformation that you're looking for. Information, implementation, transformation, right? So that means that there is work for you to do, but don't worry, you are not doing it alone. You're going to have 10 Trade beside you to help you to proceed and then, of course, get to where you need to be. It's a thing of need. I'm going to drop the survey that we have now. So you could also help us fill the survey later and tell us how you feel 10 Trade can help you to achieve this, your dream of making 1,500, 10,000, 800, whatever amount it is on a monthly basis. Okay, as this Juma said, the minimum trading days, which is 5 days, is it that if I don't trade within 5 days, the account will be suspended, or how? Yes, exactly, you have gotten it. As it implies, minimum, you just have to trade for 5 days. In 60 days, you have 60 trading days, right? That has been given to you for the target. It's just 5 days you need to trade, minimum, right? So if you want, you trade 5 days out of the 60 days, and then you hit your target, your 10% target, you can decide not to trade again, right? And then stop for that period. But if you can do 10% within 5 days and you can do more, why not continue to trade within that 60 days? The 60 days, as Tentrade put it, is to be fair enough to everybody. So at least you have a good amount of period. You can see now that the minimum trading days is 5 days. 5 days is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is a week. And the truth now also is that it is very possible, depending on the type of trader that you are, it's very possible not to get a trade, one trade in a week. That used to happen to me. It happens to me once in a while, right? Especially if you are a conservative trader, you are not an aggressive trader, right? You make sure that all your parameters are met before you enter the market. And as we said, Tentrade will also help you with training and also help you with support, right? Anywhere that you feel you need that assistance, Tentrade will give it to you. Hope you understand, Mr. Aziz Jimo, minimum 5 trading days, right? And if you don't trade for the 5 days and then the 60 days has elapsed, of course, the accounts will be suspended and then you have to start again and register again. But I'm going to tell you something good. If you hit your target, and then you continue, meaning that you don't need to make another registration fee. Only one registration fee of $300, just once, and you continue hitting your target, you continue to trade the money on that Tentrade. So we hope that is okay. I'm going to clean this up and we're going to continue now. Remember, we said we don't want to take way too much of our time. We want to give you the information. I want to make this video as short as possible so others can watch it, right, within an hour thereabout. Now, one good thing, okay, you said, for example, trading once a week is okay. The choice is yours. If you trade once a week, it just has to be 5 days minimum. 5 days minimum. It could be the first week, 5 days that you trade, and you hit your target, you are good, right? So anyhow you want to do it, Tentrade is not making it fixed that it has to be 5 days within the first week or 5 days within the first 2 weeks or anyhow you want to do it, just hit the target within that space of 60 days. It could even be the last 5 days of the last 5 days of the 60 days trading period that you have. It's up to you, right? And you can see that that 60 days is how many weeks, right? How many months is that? That is about 2 months. So one good thing also, I'm going to tell you this, one good thing also about trading this funded trader account, right? This funded program is that you can easily scale up. What do we mean by scale up? Now, remember we said you have to hit your 10% target, And once you hit your 10% target for the trading period, you can get double the amount. Let me explain that. Now, back to this place, let's use the bronze as an example as well, because it applies to all of them. Now, when you do what? When you start with $10,000 and then you hit your 10% within that period, 60 days, you traded for 5 days, you met all the criteria or met all the parameters. Now, after this, you get this amount doubled, meaning that the next one you're going to be doing is now going to be $20,000. $20,000, and you are not paying another registration fee. No, you're not paying another registration fee. Now, assuming you now make 10%, you make 10% of the $20,000. How much is that now? 10% of 20,000 should give us what? 10% should give us 2,000. Remember we said we're going to be doing small math calculation, so we hope that your maths is good to go. So you'll be making $2,000. What is your own profit split? Your own profit split is 70%. You are taking 70%. 7% of this is what? 7% of this is 1,400. So you will take 1,400. Now, listen to this carefully, guys. 1,400. You remember the registration fee is just once. You're not doing that again. So you are taking this entire amount, right? You take 1,400 and then Tentrade takes 600. I'm sure that is mouth-watering for a lot of us. So Tentrade takes 600, that is 30%, while you will take 1,400. Isn't that easily the target that some of us have already said? So for those that said you want to make 1,500, that's Aziz Jimo, and then Chidera that said you want to make $800, you can see that you already hit that amount as you continue, because the money continues to increase. Now you hit this target, and then what happens again? It gets doubled again, and then you start trading with 40,000. So you can be scaling up as you hit the target. Good thing now is that you can be scaling up, and then the money will continue to increase up to a maximum of 500,000. 500,000 is the highest that you can get to. So you continue to do what? Go up the ladder, up the ladder. Before you know it, you are trading that $100,000 that you so desire, right? Very key, very, very important for us to take note of. Now we want to continue with the information. Don't forget you scale up once you hit your 10% target. And then this here, we need to know, remember we said it is one-time fee, meaning that once you pay that $300 and then you continue to hit your target, for the next one where you scale up, you are not doing what? You're not paying another $300. That's a good thing. So it is just what? The $300 is one-time fee. And then you get to scale up. You can scale up and receive funds up to the tune of $500,000. You keep on going up the ladder up to $500,000. Now, TenTrade is not bothered with the trading style that you are using. Whatever trading style you're using, whether you are using indicators or you're using robots, which happens to be EAs. EAs is expert advisors, or you are trading as a scalper, intraday, day, swing, position, whatever type of trader that you are. TenTrade does not discriminate. Trade anyhow that you want. And obviously you can get education. This is education that you are getting now. So you get further education under the TenTrade roof, the 10 Academy, right? So you can tune into that. The training sessions are going to continue as well. So you can connect yourself to them, learn them. Even we have other sessions. I'll give you more information on that as we proceed, because you have the live trading sessions that are being conducted majorly in the morning session or early afternoon for you to be in tune with what we're looking out for in the market. And then higher profit, you can make higher profit with zero liability. Zero liability, remember, after paying this and you continue, it becomes zero. Because by the time you start making money, you are not even doing what? You're not putting anything inside the game. So it is zero liability for you. And there's quick withdrawals. You can withdraw your money through any means necessary, right? And of course, you get this within 48 hours. So that is a good thing as well. Your profits, you can withdraw it. You can even do whatever you want to do, withdraw it totally, or you can even trade it, or whatever the case may be. You can even use that profit to scale up yourself, right? Anyhow you want to do it, it is very flexible. Now let's proceed, as we want to show you how to register. And of course, who can do it is profitable traders. Not everybody can do it. You have to be profitable. So there's a form that you're going to fill, right? You'll be asked some questions. I'm going to show you the form so that you know how to go about it. You fill it the proper way. And then of course, you get, if it's the browse, and then you walk your way from there. Don't forget, there is a registration fee. There's terms and conditions attached to all of this as well. So who can do it? Profitable traders. TenTrade is looking for profitable traders because you are trading real money at the end of the day. Why do it? I'm sure we don't need to answer this question, why do it? We put this here to remind you the reason why you are even here, the reason why you have been here from the beginning of this session, and the reason why you're going to be here to the end to hear what we have to say, finally. Why? It's because of the money, not just small money, because your own trading account will give you money as well, but it will give you small money because of the account balance. But you are here because you can make plenty of money within a short period of time based on the fact that the account balance is much, much larger. Very key, very, very important for us to take note of. So why you want to do it, you can answer the remaining. Probably you want to retire early. You want to be making, like Mr. Joshua said, you want to be making $10,000. Trust me, if you're making $10,000 for 1 year, 12 months, I want to believe you should be able to retire, to be able to quit your day job as soon as possible, right? You would agree with me. Okay. Now, what major advantage of trading the TenTrade foreign account, as we have been saying, simply is the account balance. That is the major advantage. And we said we are trendsetters. You can look that up. I don't believe, I stand to be corrected, there is any other broker that is doing this, right? So TenTrade is doing this for you because we've heard the cry of most people that say they are good traders, but they don't just have the right funds. And instead of you going to one prop firm or the other where you have to write exams, you come here, prove yourself worthy, and then you are good to go. So how do you start? How do you proceed? The first thing, you register. You can also do this from your client area when you log into your client area under the 10Trade roof, or worst case, if you don't have an account with 10Trade, kindly reach out to the person that gave you the link that would assist you in registering, because you must have an account obviously to start this, right? So you have to register, and then you join by making that one-time fee payment of $300, and then you fill a form, we welcome you on board, and then before you know it, you get the money allocated to you based on whether it is bronze, silver, gold, diamond, or any of the master, anyone that you want, depending on the registration fee and so on, right? And remember, we said something that you can get this done from your client area. So from your client area, when you log in under the 10Trade roof, you will see by the left-hand corner, funded trader, apply now, right? If you're logging in using your mobile device, those three like hamburger signs, those three lines, once you click on them, you have more menu, and then you see funded trader, click on it and do the needful. Now, the questions, we're going to look at the questions now, right? Because the questions now that you are going to be getting when applying, right? Where we ask when you're applying, are questions based on your trading strategy, the type of risk you use, general questions to have a good idea that you know what you're talking about, and then proceed from there. So now we're going to cross over. We're going to cross over to the website. We're going to cross over to the website so that you look at the questions, right, that you are going to be answering at the end of the day. You look at the questions that you are going to be answering at the end of the day. So now let's cross over to the website quickly because of time. I don't want to take much of your time. So now here is the website, as you can see. I believe you can now see the website in front of us. And the website now is under 10Trade. So this is what we talked about not too long ago under the website. So you get all of this information here. But for you to fill the form, you click on apply now, click on apply now. Then it brings you here where you are going to do what? Answer. For you to apply, you're going to answer a few questions, and it will just take you about 2 minutes, right? So we click on apply for funding. First question, always easy. Let's get your name. Let's get to know you better. Your name, then your last name. You can see I already filled, this one's. So you will fill it. When you're filling, please don't go and put Tolu, don't go and put my own name. You put your own name there. And of course, 10Trade is nice to meet you. As you can see the information, nice to meet you, Tolu. Thanks for taking the time to apply for the Funded Trader program since 2012. 2012. This simply means that 10Trade has stood the test of time. 10Trade did not just start this. Since 2012, 10Trade has a world-renowned reputation for funding and backing professional traders. Remember, we asked who can do it. Simple answer is professional trader. If you feel you are not yet a professional trader, no problem. You want to be, but as you want to be with your small account, change your mindset, change your mentality. Do not try to grow your small account of $100 or $500, $1,000. Do not try to grow it to 100,000 before you can start doing something like this. No, just be making 3 to 10% on a monthly basis, and then you are good to go. Because if you can do 3 to 10% on a small account, trust me, you definitely should be able to do it on a large account. If you cannot manage a small account, there is no way that you will be able to manage a large account. I'm sure you agree with that, right? So now if you have the talent and know how, that is it. You must know the how. 10Trade will provide you with the necessary funding to shape your future, right? Sounds great? Great, okay. Click on enter or click on sounds great. Put in your email for 10Trade to be able to contact you. On a scale of 1 to 10, put in what you feel your rating trading skill is. If it's 1, 10Trade will know whether to give you money or not. If it's 5, if it's 8, if it's 9, click on it. And then this one comes up. Are you currently trading a live account? Okay, yes, trading a live account. No, whatever the case may be, click on it. Click on OK. Then it brings you here. In a few words, give us an idea about your current trading strategy. You must have a current trading strategy, obviously. How are you trading? Whether you're using price action, you're using fib, you're using supply, you're using support resistance, you're using moving averages, you're using chart patterns, whatever you're using, write it down here in a few words. Write that down and then click on OK, and then put in your phone number, and then thank you for applying, and then click on submit. Once you click on submit, TenTrade will get back to you in good time. I repeat, TenTrade will get back to you in good time to let you know whether you'll be getting this or not, right? So now we have quickly looked at the questions. So as we look at the questions, simple questions that is for you to answer. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And we are going to gradually be rounding up now. Just a few things that you need to know as we proceed now, right? On this slide, you need to know some little rules. Number one, the major rule is what? Do not violate the account to draw down. That's number one, right? Do not go past that 5, or do not go up to 5% because there's a threshold at the end of the day. Central will not allow you to lose 100% of a $500,000 account, obviously. So there will be a threshold, a limit of that 5%. So do not go, to that 5% drawdown. Make sure that your risk is well minimized, and hedging is not allowed. Hedging, as an example, is when you place two opposing trades. You place a buy and a sell on the same instrument. Either way, the trade goes up or down. You're in profit for one, you're in loss for the other. TenTrade doesn't allow hedging, it's not allowed. And then also for good perks, you can trade anything, whether you're trading news. News is volatile. You can trade news if you want. That choice is up to you. You can hold trades over the weekend. There is nothing like you cannot place trades for a long time. Remember, we said you can be any type of trader, scalper, intraday, intraday swing or position trading. You can use robots, you can use indicators, you can use any tools, whatever you want to do, trade anyhow that you want. And of course, you have unlimited retries, meaning that if you don't get it the first time, go back, do the registration fee again of 300, get the 10,000 bronze, try again if you not hit that 10% target. So you have unlimited retries. Your payout, as I said earlier, you can get paid out in different forms, whether through the local bank transfer, through Skrill, through Bitcoin, and so on, right? So of course, the payout basically is when you are making the money, and TenTrade benefits you get to learn, whether it's through online education. This is online that we're having, and then we have an office in Lagos for now. You get to go there if you're in Lagos. You have offline education, ask questions, learn, and then of course grow at the end of the day. So those are benefits for you. And one thing we also want to let everybody know is that you are building a trading business. Yes, indeed, you are building a trading business. This is not a thing of you're just trading for a short period of time, but you are building a business. You know what it means to build a business? Build a business, you sit down, you write your plan out, you get connected, networking, and of course, you get support. You finally get support from TenTrade and so on. You get education as well. And just like a tree, this tree started from somewhere, right? Obviously, it started from somewhere, but then look at how fully blown the tree is now. That means that you would also start from somewhere in the business, and then you grow the business with time. So for this tree to get to this point, is within years. So you also be doing it for a long period of time, successfully, profitable at the end of the day. I didn't hear anybody say amen. No problem. Let's continue. So with time, as you continue, you get better, money comes in. A few tips for you, few advice for everybody here. Slow and steady wins the race. Do not try to hit targets too fast. You have 60 days, take your time. Make sure to reduce your risk, be comfortable with the risk. And then, of course, you must have a balanced risk to reward for you to hit that 10%. Risk to reward ratio simply means that what you are risking with respect to the reward is small. Small risk for big reward. And this is based on your analysis. This is based on your strategy. Do not overtrade. Do not say you want to hit that 10% target as soon as possible and place too many trades. If you place too many trades, once it hits the 5% drawdown, whether it is floating or whatever the case might be, you get disconnected. And of course, control your emotions. These are just some few things also, if you think about them, that traders are facing today. They don't know how to control their emotions. You also have advantage of attending the TenTrade daily market analysis. As we said earlier, you have things that TenTrade would give you that you can use to become a better trader, whether you are funded or trading your personal account or whatever you're doing in the business. It must be to the business. And then you must stick to your plan. You must have a plan and then stick to that trading plan, right? Now, a few things to mention so that you can take advantage. There is a Telegram Signals group. There's a Telegram Signals group that you can take advantage of. For the Telegram Signals group, all you have to do is to fund your trading account with a minimum of $100, and then you will be eligible. I repeat, you'll be eligible for that, right? To join the Telegram Signals group. There's a general Telegram group, by the way, but then for you to join this one, you need to fund your account with a minimum of $100, and then your account manager will do the needful, give you the link, just signify, and then one-on-one, for you to get the one-on-one 30-minute session, all you have to do is to fund your account with a minimum of $500. You need to be, it's a thing of need. You need to be serious, right, in this business as you want to make plenty of money. So as you need to be serious, for you to take advantage of these things, you need to fund your account. It shows that you are serious. It shows that you are ready for the real deal. You can easily get a one-on-one 30-minute session with me. That's me, Tolu Olatunji, once you fund a minimum of $500. So if you're interested in the signals, you can signify that in the chat section. Type in the chat section that you're interested in the signals, joining it for a minimum $100 in your account. If you're interested in a one-on-one, signify one-on-one by typing in the comment section as well. For the daily live market analysis, it's free. You can attend them on a daily basis, and also the weekly training sessions as well. You can attend them too. Your own should not be a case of you cannot. Never say that you cannot. What you should be saying is, how can I? I cannot buy this Ferrari. No, don't say that. You should say, how can I buy the Ferrari? It's all about the mindset. You must have that millionaire mindset. And I'm not even talking about the millionaire in Naira. Have the millionaire in dollars. Do not let anything limit you. Have that, thought process that you can do it and not that you can't do it. You should ask yourself, since I can do it, the question should be, how can I do it? How can I do it? That's very key, very, very important for you to answer. How can I, right? So how can I pay for the registration fee of 300, 900, 2,700, and so on? How can I, right? So who is ready to start? If you're ready to start, comment in the chat section. Remember, we're rounding up now. We don't take much of your time. Who is ready to start? Are you ready to start for the Funded Trader account? Let us know. Do you want to get connected to the Signals group? Let us know. Do you want to get connected to the one-on-one 30-minute session? Let us know. Whatever the case might be, let us know. And of course, we will definitely help you out. We're going to wait for you for your reply. And if no reply, then of course, we'll continue and we'll call it a day. Right. The next one now, if you have any questions, quickly ask your questions. We have been asking questions in between. We have been answering your questions. But if you have any final question, feel free to ask now before we close the platform. And then, of course, while we wait, because I can't see anybody typing anything. Okay, I can see, as this Jimo said, is it possible to fund my account directly from my Nigerian bank account? Yes, you can. You can contact your account manager. Your account manager will provide you with the Nigerian, that's why we're here in Nigeria, we'll provide you with the local account details for you to fund. All you have to do is to confirm the rate from your account manager. I'm not sure of the rate for today. Confirm the rate from your account manager for today. So as an example, you want to fund, maybe you want to do the bronze. Bronze is $300. You want to fund your account with $300. And then the rate for today is, let's just say it is 100 Naira. Is an example. I'm not saying it is 100 Naira to a dollar. Let's assume it is 100 Naira to a dollar today. That means that you are going to fund for $300. You're going to fund 300 multiplied by 100. That should be 30,000, if I'm not mistaken. That should be 30,000 Naira that you fund. Yes, 30,000 Naira that you fund for $300 for the bronze. At the end of the day, the $100 was an example. Please confirm the rate, so you don't say Mr. Tolu said it is 100 Naira to a dollar. I don't know your name. Please give us your name. Infinix Hot 7. You asked a question, but we need to know your name, please. Not the name of your phone, so I can quickly answer your question. Time, guys. You said, please elaborate on drawdown. I need your name, please. Let's have your name. Thank you. You say your name is John or Sarah Man. Thank you. Elaborate on drawdown. Is it from balance or equity? It is from both, right? Equity, the balance remains stagnant when you're having losses. As an example, the account balance is $10,000, right? The account balance is $10,000. That 5% drawdown, 5%, it means that by the time you're having losses is closed. You have closed losses and then you have open losses. Closed losses would affect your account balance. And then by the time your account balance is 5% down, 5% down of 10,000 is what? Is $500. By the time you have the $500, then you are disconnected from that account, right? That is 5% closed on the balance, to read on the balance. But there's also the loss that will not read on the balance, but you see it based on the equity, right? So that 5% could be floating. There's some traders today that they could have a floating loss of 50%, a floating loss of 50% before it turns into positive. Meaning that 50% has not been actualized, has not been closed, it is floating. But then it shows that your equity has dropped tremendously, right? But then you're the type of trader that you can recover and then you make 10%, 20% at the end of the day. No, 10 trade doesn't want a floating loss, because that floating loss of 50%, it simply means that 50% at the end of the day is what you can now lose. So 10 trade will not allow 50% loss closed on the account balance. I hope you understand that, Mr. John, that asked the question. I hope you understand that for everybody as well. There's for the account balance and there's for the floating as well, equity. So there is the closed and then there's the open loss as well. Hope you understand that, everybody. Any question, we answer. Hopefully you understand quickly. We try to break things down. So I need your feedback, Mr. John, if that is good for you. You understand what we just said? Okay, as we are going to be rounding up now, we don't want this recording to be too lengthy. You can always watch this again, right? You can always watch the recording again. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us much later, right? You can contact us at another time. You can contact your account manager, contact the person that gave you the link. I want to say thank you for joining us. Feel free to reach out to us if you have any further questions, you need any support whatsoever, reach out to us. Mr. John, you're not letting us know whether the explanation was good for you. I can still see your name is here. What if you are in profit? Oh, of course. Isn't it profit you want to make? Isn't it profit that territory wants to make? So profit is allowed. Let me tell you something. If you are in profit of like 100%, 100% profit doesn't mean that it is realized. We must understand the difference between closed and open. If you're in a 100% floating profit, that means that you have, on paper, you are seeing your equity has increased to about 20,000 from the 10,000. That can easily turn around. That's why some traders also have losses, can easily turn around and then they have a loss. So if it is floating profit, it is good. You're still good to go, right? And you can continue. The only thing we would advise you is to lock in profit, manage those trades in such a way that you can lock in. If it's in 100%, I'm just giving you an example. If it's in 100% floating profit, you can lock in 10% by using your stop loss, lock in 20%. You move your stop loss to a place where if the trade turns around, that is the highest that you can lose. I can see some of us have signed out. It seems maybe our internet probably has knocked them out. Not really sure. Well, I've answered the question, and that question is for Mr. John, who is not here, by the way. So hopefully he can watch this ending or watch the whole thing on the YouTube channel, right? So if no further questions, we want to say thank you to everybody here. Thank you for joining us. It has indeed been a good one. And of course, we wish you best of luck. If you have any further questions, maybe questions that pop into your head later, reach out to us and then we will do justice to them together, right? So I want to say thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you can as well contact us, contact your account manager, contact myself, contact the person that gave you this link, and then of course we will help you out to understand things, to get the support, the right education that you need, and so on. So I want to say thank you. Hope you guys got value from today. We hope you got value. Thank you, Mr. Aziz Jimo, who came in first and is still here, right, from the beginning to the end. Hope it has been valuable for you. So Joshua and Ifowoshe too, hope it has been valuable for you as well. If you guys are ready to start, let us know, whether it's a signals group, whether it's a one-on-one 30 minutes or whatever the case might be, let us know. And Mr. Aziz Jimo said, yes, sir, thank you. Thank you too for attending. Thank you, guys. I'll be stopping the recording now, and then we'll be calling it a day.